Hello everyone. This video is created to help you to finish your in-class assignment today. And this in-class assignment is closely related with the lab assignment 3 and your potential topic for the final paper and also the SPSS exam. So this will be very helpful to prepare those assignments. So let's suppose that you are already opening this file and your SPSS is open. So firstly, we need to create the age variable with the recorded age variable. So lowest, and we have four categories. New values are 1 to 4, and the labels are here. You can go to transform and recode into different variables. So again, recode into the same variable means overriding this new variable to your original variable. So this is not required and recommended. So go to recode into different variables. So there are always the remaining one, so you can always reset. Then you can find the age variable. So age variable is here, and then the new name of the age variable was reage. So let's say reage. And the label, you can define by yourself. Let's suppose that you have the definition as recorded age and change. Okay, so if you don't hit the change button here, it will not appear, and this one is not activated. So you need to always hit the change button every time. Alright, so go to old and new values. So old value is lowest to 20 because you don't know the starting point. You can say lowest through 20. So it means that you are creating a group of the range as lowest to the 20 in the age. And then this lowest to age 20 is now in your variable 1, right? And then compare lowest through 20 is now 1 in the new variable and add. Okay, and 21 through 39. So that's the range here. So 21 and 39. Okay, so 21 through 39 is now the second group of our new variable. Okay, add. Okay, and from 40 to 64, this is the third group in our new one. And then from 65 to the highest, so that's our last category, 4. Okay, then go to continue and hit OK. So you can see this syntax code that your variable is created, and as I mentioned, your new variable is always on the bottom, the very bottom of the variable list. So here, reage is here. And we need to add up the label, because if you don't add that label, you will just see the numbers. So variable information here. If you go to your new variable reage, there is no information in the variable. So we need to go to the value column and go here and then use this icon. Alright, so the number number 1 in our new variable is under 21 years old. Maybe you can say YS. Alright, 21 through 39 years old. And then 3 is 40 to 64 years old. And then 4, that's 65 plus. Okay, add. Right, so after checking all the values are added, you can go OK. Alright, so let's check if they are added very well. So reset, and our new variable is reage, and then we can make OK. So you can see under 21 years, 21 through 39, 40, 64, and 65 plus. So this is a new variable you have. And let's create another variable using the educ variable. You can go to transform again, and then you can just reset to remove the previous version, and then go to educ. Okay. So new name of the variable is reeduc. So that's coded educ variable, and change, and all the new values. So lowest through 11, that is the lowest through 11 here, is the first category in your new variable. And then 12, the single value 12 is your new value too. Because this is the years of education. I mean, educ variable is years of the education. So under 11 years of education will be under the high school diploma, and 12 years of the education is compatible with the high school diploma. So that's why 12 is coded as 2 as a single value. And 13 through 15 is 13 from the lower number, and 15. That's new in our value 3. So you don't need to care about the order, because the order can be changed later. So no, you don't need to worry about that. Okay, and oh no, I don't like this. Okay. So value 16 is now 4. And add. Okay, 16 4 here. And 17 through highest value. It's not working here. Yeah, so after clicking these new values, that's not very good. So let's remove this and make it again. So 16 here is number 4 in your new variable. And also 17 through height is your new value number 5. Alright, so you need to check these are added very correctly. So if you forget hitting the add button here, it means that you didn't add that one. So I guess some of you would make this mistake, but you need to check the old and new value in here, whether they are correctly added or not, and continue. Alright, so as you can see, the syntax is coded, and there's a new variable reeduc. Then we can add the label here. So 1 is less than high school, 2 is high school diploma, and 3 is associate degree, maybe community college, and number 4 is BA, and number 5 is any kind of graduate degree or professional degree. Okay, right. So let's check if that is correctly recorded. Reeduc, so reeduc. Yeah, here it is. Alright. Alright, so you can see the lesson high school diploma, associate degree, and BA graduate degree. So you can compare the original variable and the new variable together, whether you created this variable correctly or not. And the last one is creating the cross tabulation. Okay. So go to CrossTab. Okay. So either way, you can choose A's as independent variable, and you can choose EDSC variable as dependent variable, because education cannot change our A's actually. So I mentioned that again, dependent variable should be in the row. Okay, independent variable is always column. So in these new two variables, A's would be independent variable, because education cannot be independent variable, because education cannot change our age. So in the row REDUC, new education variable should be placed here, and new age variable should be placed in the column. And go to statistics, and when you go to statistics, you will be able to use the chi-square and correlation later. But in this case, you can use the chi-square later because these are two category variables. So this is what I will cover next time. Go to cell and the column percentage, because our variable in our new variable, independent variable, is in the column. So we need to calculate the column percentage to see how many people, or how many people proportion of the dependent variable is included in each category of the independent variable. Okay, so format style we don't need to change here. So alright, okay. Alright, so recorded education variable. So you can see that by recorded age, you can see the recorded education variable here. So in total, you can say that within the range of the under 21 years, the less than high school is a lot, high school diploma is a lot, and the BA, because they are less than 21 years, it's very hard to find the BA or graduate degree because they are too young. But if we compare the other age groups, so 40, the middle age groups, and the more aged groups, you can compare that for the younger generation, they would have the lower level of graduate degree because they are too young, or sometimes they don't need to have the high degree. But you can see the differentiation of the distribution of the degree, I mean the education level, by their age group. So you can change it whether you can use the gender or you can use the race. So for example, if you go to the CrossTab again, and let's suppose that you are interested in the racial differences of the education or the gender difference of the education. Okay. Alright, so comparing the male and female later, you can see the males are more likely to have the higher proportion of the graduate degree compared with the woman. And BA, so we can see the generally higher tendency of the education in the higher education compared with the woman. But these are very similar. And maybe you can use the class variable, I think class, by their subjective class. Okay, so if they are upper class people, they are mostly think that they have the BA or yes, in here I made the mistake, right? So based on their education level, they can have different the subjective class one. So in this one, that is not good hypothesis or not good independent and dependent variable, because based on education level, we would have different level of the subjective class identification. So this is my mistake and possible mistake you can make. So go to analyze sorry about that. CrossTab again, and then class should be here and education should be here. So now the education level is the independent variable and the subjective class is the dependent variable. And okay. Alright, so my face is blocking the so let me change here. Alright, now the table is here. I'm not sure if I can enlarge this one. Anyway, so by comparing the education level, the graduate degree people, they are more likely to think they are upper class compared with the other education groups. And for the less than high school people, they are more likely to think they are lower class. So by using this cross tabulation, even though we cannot know very sophisticated testing by using this simple table, but you can use two variables at once to see some rough association or rough direction of the association. So for the more sophisticated identification or comparison, we will learn more in next week, in the following weeks, using other statistical method. Alright, so I will be staying in the lab, the Zoom lab, and let me know if you have any other questions for your lab assignment. Thank you.